attendance. So I expect you guys to be not playing on your phones, not talking, not distracting. You're not trying to get the presenter to laugh or get upset or anything like that. Mr. Grant is going to be pressing the slide button for everybody. So if you're presenting, tell him when you want the slide to go. What else am I missing? If you really don't like the subject, just stare at your desk. If you really don't, but you should be watching and listening.
What if you don't like the presenter? What if you don't like the presenter?
Hey,
What if you don't like the presenter?
Mr. D,
What if you don't like the
this man right here has a good question. He says, what if you don't like the presenter? Oh, shit.
What? No, but I'm sitting so I can see it. Up there? Sure. Sure. Sure thing. Yeah, Jim. What's up, Jim?
Get off the stage.
Holy fuck, I'm struggling.
All right. Hey guys, we're waiting for you guys to get yourself under control. Okay, hold on. Want to use mine? Well, I gotta keep trying to. Come on, man. All right, Jim, you ready?
Sure.
Okay, go.
Okay. We need to abolish privatized prisons. That's it. So, what do you think a prison's supposed to do?
Keep Buddhist rapists.
All right. That's fair. But how about privatized prisons? Is it
That's
different?
what's private.
So you don't count.
I count.
That's true. No, you don't count. Okay, well, privatized prisons are a prison owned by a company, and it's supposed, and not by the government. So it's supposed to help taxpayers pay less money. But that might not be true, because some inmates in Arizona actually cost $1,600 more than government-run prisons, and they also have the ability to cherry pick their own inmates. Say there was a sick inmate, and there was a more healthier one, like an age 120, and another one aged like 60 or so, and is also sick. That means that one would die earlier, and will also seem bad as statistically. They died in the prison. They can pick a more healthier inmate.
Inmate?
Okay. So solitary confinement, right? Are given to 80 to 1,000 inmates a year. What do you think solitary confinement is? To the crown of the world. And when you speak. So I'm gonna go. Leave you go.
Seclusion rapists.
All right. For how long? Okay, so 24 hours a day. How long do you think the locked in solitary confinement?
22 hours.
23 hours.
Oh.
You were wrong. But solitary confinement is actually kind of a new thing in the U.S. They stopped and began it again. Since, this is a quote by the U.S. Supreme Court, prisoners became violently insane while others committed suicide within solitary confinement. That's a good thing. Not really. No, it's not.
I mean,
Alright.
depending on what it is.
This is Faith Browder. This man was accused of stealing a backpack in high school and was locked in solitary confinement for 2 years. And he never even went to trial. They had to go through. Yeah,
Actually, no.
Oh, okay.
Guys, just hold off on your questions. Please let him present. Okay.
All right. Okay. He never went to a trial because they never got to it. And once they actually did, they just threw it out. They didn't think it was more important enough. So after that, he was thrown back out into society. And afterwards, his family actually commented saying that he would be locked in his room for several hours a day without ever coming out. And within June 4th, 2015, he committed suicide after being he wasn't even supposed to be in prison. It was a backpack as well. He was locked in solitary confinement for 2 years. And maybe would have done much worse to be in there, but he still was sent to solitary confinement. He killed himself on June 5th, 2015. Prisons don't stop crime. In 1966, 0.2 million prisoners. There was 0.2 million in prisons, but now in 2014 there are 2 million in prison. But the crime rate has dropped essentially by 0. So prisons don't actually stop crime. They're just they're just being more imprisoned and also being, tortured for 23 hours in prison. Next, please. Okay. This is Core Civics or CCA. They've just rebranded themselves or renamed themselves to Core Civics. Core Civics or CCA used to own most of the private prisons in America. They made that amount in 2015. Yeah, that's a lot of money. But since they're not government run, they don't need to, use that into prisons. So they can keep the cash to use in other things. And they renamed themselves, right, to Core Civics. Next, please.
Niggas gay.
And this is CCA. Now, this is a quote from Core Civics, or whatever you want to say it. Core Civics has been an innovative, dependable partner for the government. They have not, since they're able to cherry pick their own prisoners. Private prisons are supposed to cost taxpayers less money, but they obviously don't in Arizona, or they match the exact amount the governments pay, and they're not that dependable partner. Next, please. You provide and expand access to re-entry centers in prison. There are rehabilitation centers like, say, getting a college degree. In the U.S., there used to be 350 college degree programs in the prison, but now we're down to 12. And the waiting list for that is 10,000 prisoners. So if you wanted to, try and rehabilitate yourself and get out of prison, get a new job, you're unable to do that because you can't get into college in prison. Well, you have to wait you're waiting in line for 10,000 people. And then you also are down to 12 different colleges you can choose from instead of 350. And also, once you get out of prison, you still have to mark the black box, which saying that I've been confined in prison, which is they can just throw you out because you've been in prison before. Next, I guess. There's things. Next again. And next again. Use the simple version. Next. Yeah. People don't listen. All right, thank you very much.
I mean, like, could did the splits at the end, dog. Just saying. Hooper thick. Okay.
Good job, Jim.
Let's go, Miss Carlton.
All right.
Okay, Kylie, whenever you're ready.
Artists that are completed thoughts. Okay, what are these to be a sellout? Okay, so like you're an artist or whatever, musician, it means to be a sellout is that like you were like once good, like you make good music and everything, and then you just dry up and like can't make good music anymore. So like you have to collab with some really popular artists just to like be popular again or get more money. Okay. Why artists become sellouts? Okay, so since music is always changing and people are always demanding new types of music, some artists just switch up their type of music as soon as they can just to make more money instead of just saying like what they're actually good at and everything. So they just conform to what everyone else wants. Am I just okay. Why artists change their style? Artists will change their style because they want to create what everyone's gonna like so they can get more money and everything instead of just creating what their actual fans like. And they just wanna, they're like not, yeah. So the music industry is a competition, and some artists treat it like really competitively, and other artists just do it because that's like music is their thing, so what they're good at, and they have fun with it. But others like are always up for competition and always like competing with, and people on Instagram and everything will always put like a whole bunch of comments and posts and everything about how one artist is better than another and everything. A lot of artists don't like that because artist or music is supposed to be treated as an art and not a competition. Okay. Taylor Swift is an example of a sellout. And made all these like Disney rated type songs and everything. And then she went on to like pop singing and all that mess. And like